Sometimes I like that this thing starts without pressing the button, but sometimes not so much.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, and welcome back to Jen Hannigan's.
Jen, Hannah, two best friends. Passion for healthy living. Started as weight loss. Now it's everything. Been doing this for several years.
We don't care about what we look like.
The intro is... It is what it is tonight.
Yeah. This is what it is because sometimes we film late at night. And so I had the idea. Oh my word. I had the idea that we would do a video that is three things that has changed about the other person since we've started on this journey. And neither one of us know what the other one's going to say. In fact, Hannah doesn't know what she's going to say at all because I'm the only one who's made notes for this. So I'm going to start.
This is going to be sincere and honest.
She's
in the
going to
moment,
come
and
up
she's
with
probably
this.
going to make me cry. I have some things, but I don't know how to really word them.
Well, think on it, girlfriend, because we're doing this now.
Are we doing one by one?
Yeah, sure. No, I can do all three if you want me to.
I don't.
They're all like, I actually have 5, but they're like the same thing. Okay, the first thing, we've been doing this for 2.5 years. I've known Hannah for a long time before we were doing this. So I've known her for who she was before and loved her for who she was before. And I know her and love her for what she is now. So if I'm saying any of these things, it's not in a negative way because we've literally been there with each other.
Yeah.
Like
we can say anything.
Forever.
I'm glad you said that though, because I'm kind of like, that's my problem. I don't know how to say without
no, it's
kind
okay.
of sounding negative.
No, don't. I'm not. Please, no. Okay, so when I first met Hannah, okay, we won't go into that. But when I first met Hannah, she was not as positive as what she is now. She had more of a negative outlook on life and was kind of a little bit down. Yeah. That's
sad,
right. Yes.
Lonely.
And it was evident in like she was always a good friend and she's always been a good person, but it was kind of evident in the way that she, would like interact with people. Like your attitude wasn't always the best. Which it still isn't, but no. But she's just a lot more positive now and just seems to be, this is really crazy.
I have this streak of lighter brown. Am I going to get a gray streak?
You're going to be gray right there. We're going to be twinsies. Anyway, she's just a lot more positive now and a lot more, not that I want her to be like happy all the time. Like I want her to be real, but I just feel like you choose to look at things more in more of a positive light than you did.
Yeah. I can see that.
Right? You agree?
I agree.
Okay. So then the next one is kind of, stop it.
This is awkward for me, y'all.
Okay, the next two are going to go together. She likes to go places more, and she's more outgoing. So, like, anytime that we would go to rallies, which is a big church service where all of our churches get together, she was good to stay home. Like, she was like, I'll watch the kids. I'm not going to go. And I have to... She's a lot better, though. And I'd have to kind of drag her if I, try to get her to go. And so she seems to want to do those things more.
Not just rallies.
Lots of things. Like meeting new friends, going out with other people. Like, I feel like you're a lot. But the rallies is the place I really feel like you were, like, super anxious.
Well, I was anxious everywhere.
Yeah.
But, yeah, rallies were
Rallies are a lot.
I don't like big groups of people. And I don't like big groups of people that have known me at different periods in my life. So, church services with people that have known me for forever. 30 years.
So along with that, I just think that she's a lot more outgoing. She's a lot more willing to make more friends. Like, these are all traits you had before. They're just like amplified now. Okay. So anyway, that's number 2, 3, whatever. Number 3, 4. She doesn't cry on her birthday anymore. It's her birthday today.
You're going to hear that in a couple of videos. You just outed us.
I just gave it away.
You just outed us.
We changed shirts so that we would pretend like we did this on a different day.
And you just told...
I just told you guys.
Oh, man.
Okay.
And this is going to come out like a month after my birthday. My birthday's February 16th. So if you see this in April, it's not my birthday.
So today's her birthday. So anyway, and normally her birthday, like not normally, the last year was good too. But before, any other time that I've known her, I've known you for how long now? Like
10
10
years.
years. So she would get really upset, really kind of angry and like depressed and just and you cried. Like every birthday I've known you, other than the last couple, you've cried. So today she seems to be in a pretty darn good mood.
And my birthday's on a Wednesday, so it's not like it was anything major.
Like she didn't like get to do anything, fantastic. But I think that's just really amazing to see that.
Well, the reason I was always depressed and cried on my birthday was because I always looked at a birthday as I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like, I always had these big plans, like, I'm going to lose all the weight this year, and I'm going to find a man, and I'm going to do this.
And so you're, like, evaluating your life.
And so every birthday, I'm like, things are worse than they were the year before. I'm heavier than the year before. So it was always really depressing. And when we started this, I had started to take control. And so every birthday was like, okay, I'm not where I thought I was going to be when I dreamed about whatever age I am back in the day. Because I had
mid-20s.
I had every year planned. Like, I was going to be married at 25 and blah. Anyway, now it's like, okay, so I'm not where I thought I was going to be. My life is great. And I'm bettering the things that aren't. So, yeah, my birthday is like, today was like, a lot of birthday wishes, and that was really sweet. And some people said some really sweet things, and her and her daughter both tried to make me cry. And I walked in the house, and all the little kids immediately were yelling "Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Hannah!" They came running through the house to tell her this. So she's very loved, whether she realizes it or not.
It was all great things, but there was nothing like Mom's like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I'm like, "I don't know, to paint my bathroom." It's not a big deal.
It's just nice to see. I enjoy that about you. The last thing that I will say, I really could come up with a lot of things. Like if I wanted to get super personal, we probably could do that, but I'm not going to embarrass her. But the last thing that I will say is that she enjoys shopping more. I know that's kind of random, but it's actually kind of a deep thing because we would go shopping together, and I'm a shopper. My mom says I don't know when to stop, but she would either like sit in the car because it was difficult to walk. Yep. She used to be 500 pounds. She is not that anymore. But no,
when we were shopping, there was a time I was over 500 pounds.
Over 500 pounds.
I could not.
And so she would sit out in the car sometimes. Other times she would sit, just, find a place to sit.
If it's Goodwill, I'd test out all of the furniture. If it was
and you wouldn't actually shop,
I wouldn't.
Which frustrated me because
I couldn't find anything my size.
She didn't think she could, but
I couldn't.
Okay.
Our biggest fight was how much money I spent at a plus size clothing store one time.
And
that put me in tears because she rolled her eyes at the prices, got mad at how much I was spending, and I couldn't get her to understand.
I did not mean to hurt her feelings. I just thought that it was Catherine's. Okay, I'll just throw it out there.
Yeah,
that place is expensive. People exploit plus size people.
It was Catherine's, and I was in.
I'm going to start my own channel. It's going to be conspiracy theories and like total complaints about things.
It was Catherine's, and I was in the biggest size that they had in the store, and it was the only place I could find clothes.
Now we go into Goodwill, and she sometimes finds more stuff than I do, and she seems to enjoy it. And now if she sits down, it's because she's bored and done. Not because her feet hurt.
It's because I've already looked at everything.
She's like, I'm over this, and I've got to look at like kids' clothes and housewares and my clothes and shoes and all the things. So she doesn't have any insurance and all that, but she has found some super cute things, and just seeing her enjoy the shopping process and being able to find good deals and find sizes that she never thought she would wear.
What she's really wanting to say is that my style's completely changed, and
she lets me talk her into things that she wouldn't have before. So those are the things that I was thinking of.
No, I really feel weird because I don't have that many things.
That's okay. We can stop this now.
No,
and this could just be what Jen has to say about Hannah.
No, we can't. One of the things I was going to say.
I'm scared. We're stopping this. Thanks for watching.
I don't know how to say it because it can come off really mean. And I don't want it to be taken the wrong way.
Okay.
But you have always
Y'all about to see me get offended.
This might be the last video, so if it is, we've loved you all, and subscribe.
This time while it lasted.
You'll start seeing us separate now. No. You've always had a unique style.
Okay.
You've always had a unique personality.
Okay.
And you've always put off an air of confidence.
Okay.
But really, when I first got to know you, that came across more to me as someone who really looks at people and watches, because I don't do a lot of interacting. I watch a lot, and I kind of judge what people are actually doing. So a lot of times your confidence was more of a shield of, I'm not going to let you know if you offend me or hurt me.
Oh, girl, that's true.
So what was you putting off confidence
Was
was
actually
being very defensive
guarded
of yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
And not showing your
I'm
true
with you
self
there. Yeah.
to people, and not embracing
100%.
all, like, she's always been weird, but you weren't always so willing to embrace it and enjoy it. And it was more, if someone said anything about it, you would get offended if they didn't like whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if they thought it was weird.
Yeah.
She did not like it.
And now I'm like, please think it's weird.
And now she's
I will
like,
buy this because
I'm really upset that people like my
clothes.
fashion, because now I can't find my stuff. So I think the thing that has changed about you is I can't say the word genuinely. You truly have more of that attitude of, it really doesn't matter what people say to you or about you. You know who you are, and you are secure in that.
Yeah.
And
I
people
probably
can still
came
be
off
mean.
as unkind.
There were times because you were very defensive.
Yeah. Where I
And
don't feel like I come off that way
you don't.
anymore. I hope not.
You're more secure.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
way more secure in who you are and what your family is and what your style is, and allowing your style to change and encouraging others. She's always been very encouraging to other people, but you have gotten very good at helping other people find themselves and encouraging them to do that.
That's beautiful.
You
did better than me.
I didn't, because that's basically, I mean,
That's pretty good.
You've just become more you.
Yeah. And you know what, though? With both of the things that we mentioned, it may be more of an age thing, too.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you reach, like, we're both in our 30s. we're getting up there. Yeah, we're in our mid-30s, so we're not exactly spring chickens. But I think that a lot of it has to...
It's maturity.
I think our health journey helped a lot because we became, like, we're strong. Where, we're able to do things, we're able to accomplish things. It wasn't even about the way that we looked. Like, it wasn't about the weight loss. It was about the achieving and being able to do things and being strong about it, sticking to something, being disciplined. Like, I feel like that built our confidence more than, oh, I look great in this style that I didn't used to wear.
Well,
but also our age, just getting older and realizing who you are.
We've become more secure in who we are as people in general, and that comes with age. But knowing that we've done hard things through this journey. And being secure, like, okay, the style is great, but it's raining.
That's the first sign of the snowstorm that's coming. Ice.
Which has already happened. I have a problem with continuity in videos. It bugs me sometimes.
Which you guys already know about from the last video.
No, it's not really about the clothes. I think you're more confident in trying new things. You always like to try new things.
Yeah.
But you're more confident in trying new things and
being
number one,
okay.
You've already done them. You've already done new things. Yeah. And you've already done hard things. And you're also okay if you try something and you're not the best at it and it's not what you expected it to be. You didn't used to be like that. It used to be, if you start it, you have to do it, and you have to do the best, and it's got to be amazing and whatever.
Yeah.
You weren't as willing to change once you started something as you are now.
Yeah.
For me, it's the ability. I wasn't physically able to do, and that was difficult the first year or so of this, is you thought I could do a lot more physically than I could.
Right.
And there were a lot of things that I physically could not do. Now I will push myself to do things that I did not think I could do because I know my body can handle it where it couldn't before. So we have changed a lot.
So is that all you had? That's okay.
That I can think of right now.
Okay, so just to add to this, what is one thing that you feel like you have learned or a change that you appreciate in yourself?
Besides the fact that I like my figure more in the mirror.
Well,
That's difficult. Why you gotta ask?
Okay,
hard
well,
questions?
let me give my answer and then
Yes.
you can go. Okay, so when she just mentioned about the like what she could do physically, I feel like I was not as merciful and kind as I could have been because
To
I'm
yourself
not
or
to
to others?
you.
Oh,
Because I'm not in your shoes.
I think
you know
were
what I
also
mean.
weren't kind to yourself.
Yeah, that's very true. But I feel like I should not have tried to push you so much. Like, I think it's good for a friend to push another friend. Like, we're big on that.
Yeah.
But it's also important to do it with grace. And I don't
Yeah.
feel like I've always had grace. Even now, sometimes I feel like I can be kind of, I mean, just admit it. Like, I can be kind of rough because I feel it's hard to know the boundary between like pushing you to your best and what I
Yeah.
could see you do and like pushing you past really what you're actually
I think the
capable of
only
doing.
time you do that now is when we're doing something like a workout or a walk that you know I've done better at in the past, and you're pushing me to be better in the moment and not understanding that I'd already maybe done something or hurt that day.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only time
I
do
could
it
just
now.
show more grace. Like
Yeah.
I could be nicer about it. It's
Yeah.
the truth. It's
I
okay.
mean-
You can admit it. I that's what I believe about myself. I think that I could be a little nicer about that kind of stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to you.
I didn't
Being
say I'm
nicer,
like,
but
letting
don't-
you get away with stuff.
Don't be too nice, because
No, I will not.
No.
Don't worry about that. Anyway, so are we done?
Well, I mean,
Okay.
there are definitely things that I can do that I didn't think I could.
Yeah.
And I think
I've always thought you're a rock star, though. Truly.
well,
Truly.
you know. No, I think that, like I said, you are more willing to try new things and be okay if you're not the best at it.
Mhm.
I think I'm more willing to kind of push the boundaries and try like more physical things
Mhm.
and be okay if I can't do it fully at the moment. Like hiking.
Yeah.
You took me on my first hike and I fell and I was angry. And I still bring it up every time we go on a hike because I can. But I'm more
This
willing.
is the hardest part, Hannah, as she slides down the hill on her hip.
Yeah, on my tailbone. That still hurts when it rains, which, by the way, ow. No. No, but I think that, like, the fear of falling and
Mhm.
slipping,
Mm-hmm.
that was as much about embarrassment
Mm-hmm.
as it was injury.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of doing that stuff in public was, I don't want people to see me. A lot of the things you brought up really went back to, I don't
wanna be
want
seen.
to be seen.
Yeah.
And now
Now she's like, boom.
I don't really
Boom.
care if you see me. Obviously, I'm on YouTube,
Yeah.
so
Here we are.
but I don't want to be pitied.
Yeah.
In those things, and I don't want people to think I can't. But I'm more willing to do things that I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to come out looking like a rock star because I know my face is going to be red with the slightest bit of embarrassment or the slightest bit of effort, and I'm going to sweat not like a pig because pigs don't really sweat. I don't understand that saying. Anyway, I'm going to sweat like crazy, and you're going to see the exertion on my face, and people are going to be like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Yeah.
Thinking I'm having a heart attack. I'm fine.
My bestie, defenses came
She
out
does.
when we go for a walk and Hannah's taking her own pace. You know, that could be behind us, that could be in front of us. And I've got people saying, is she okay? Like, should we stop for her? Or should we, I'm like, she's fine. Come on.
I think people think she's being mean sometimes when she does
and I'm like,
that.
no,
And I'm
she's
like, no.
don't even worry about her. She is set. Like, she does more than you do. Don't.
That sounds a little mean to other people. Calm down, Jen. Calm down.
No, but that's
So-
how I feel. Like, I get super defensive over you. Like,
I think when it comes down to it, we started this as a weight loss and trying to. I love you.
sorry, I
Um,
just felt it, like, rage up in me.
We started I thought I was just going to lose weight,
Yeah.
and that's all it was going to be. I did not realize how much we were actually going to change.
We thought we were going to lose weight and just gain it back
We did.
3 months later.
True story. We still
We
have those.
haven't done that.
We still worry.
We might
about
look like it
sometimes.
tonight, but
Yeah, don't
haven't.
don't judge
Look
by
at this.
this.
I don't know what's going on. The last video I looked real skinny in that purple, and that was 10 minutes ago. Like, look back at the purple video.
This is
Look at
bad,
this. What is
but-
this? Okay, I'm very sorry.
Oh, it's late.
It's late. Let's
we're
see
done.
this.
Anyway, if
Skinny.
you're
Look at that.
here's another thing. If you're starting your journey and if you held out to this point, you have to love
You're a
us.
true
And we
friend.
love you if you're at this point. There are going to be things that are going to change about you.
Yeah.
Don't delay the journey because you're afraid of what's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be afraid of changing when it happens because it's going to be for the better. I think the reason I struggled with this is when it comes to thinking about ways that you've changed, you're becoming more who I always thought you were. And that sounds like what you were saying about me too.
Yes.
We've always, from the beginning of this journey, we've always loved each other. We've always saw each other in the absolute best light. And it's hard for me to think of the ways you've changed because who you are now
Is what
is
I've always
exactly-
seen you to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's what I always knew.
Find
you
a bestie
were.
like that. Like,
Yeah, find a bestie.
and
like
seriously, if
her.
you're going through this kind of stuff with another person, accept that there might be some changes.
Yeah.
Like, and just
Be
commit
okay
to
with
being
it.
with them. Like, but don't become like a jerk where you think that you're like
No.
all hot and stuff because you lost some weight.
No.
'Cause we both have a tendency to do that.
Please, I'm like,
Look at me.
I'm like, people think this is the before. This is the midway point.
This is us hot. We're in full beast mode now.
We should only record things at
At
late
nighttime.
night. Anyway, find someone who loves you, bring them along with you, and support them for all the craziness that they are.
And wear your hair like this.
What would you do if that became the trend?
I've seen some people on Instagram do this almost like with a little braid thing, and it looks weird.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I think we're done.
so like, comment, subscribe, share, and find a bestie,
find someone like her. Don't find someone
and
like
record
me.
videos at 10 o'clock at night. Thanks
Tips
for
for
watching.
life. Bye.
See you next time. This is us again, deflated of all personality.
This is going to be the new thing, apparently. You get to
This
see.
is what we do afterwards.
This is a side of us you never wanted to see.
Stop record. Means stop recording.
You
Stop
have
video.
to press the button.
What? That's stupid.